Hey, happy Halloween, guys. A couple of movie suggestions if you want to watch a movie tonight. Starting off with Thirst. This was directed by Park Chan-wook, the man behind Oldboy and the other parts of the Vengeance trilogy. And being a movie by that crazy bastard, this is crazy. This is his take on the vampire myth. It's about a priest who is a missionary and has a blood transfusion to help someone who's sick. As a result, he basically becomes a vampire and befriends a girl who the two slowly become lovers and then become killers who drink the blood of those they think are unworthy or those who think are suffering and need to be killed. Very dark, very stylish, fantastic score, and very interesting movie. If you get a chance, definitely check out Thirst. Next up, we have a double feature here. We have The Vampire Lovers and for a Vampire. These are part of the Cranstein trilogy and are classics in the Hammer horror staple. The first movie stars Ingrid Pitt and Peter Cushing, and it's crazy. It's blood, boobs, and gore. It a lot of the Cranstein movies kind of the plot falls to the wayside in lieu of shock value and titillation, and there's plenty of titillation in this movie. I think the first one is set in an all-girls school, and the new headmistress may or may not be a vampire, and Cushing is trying to investigate it. Lust for a Vampire takes place in a castle where this young traveller encounters a reincarnated vampire countess, and he has to dispatch her. Ralph Bates, who is kind of a Hammer horror icon, he was in Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde, and he was also in Taste the Blood of Dracula, is one of the characters in this. And if you love horror, this is definitely a double feature to check out. It's pretty cool. Ingrid Pitt is in the first one and Ralph Bates in the second one. If you enjoy your horror and you enjoy classic Hammer, this is the movie for you. And last up, I finally picked it up, Cult of Chucky. This follows on from Curse, and we find that Nika, the heroine from the last movie, has been put into an asylum, and she's slowly been convinced that the events of Curse of Chucky didn't happen. To make matters worse, two of the good guy dolls end up at the psychiatric hospital she's in. One is mailed by Chucky's ex-girlfriend Tiffany, and the other is brought by a really sleazy kind of doctor. But fear not, Andy from the original trilogy decides he's going to try and save her. Brad Dwarf is awesome. His daughter Fiona is fantastic as Nika, and a couple other characters from the old movies also turn up. So it's a real treat for anyone who has been a fan of the original Chucky and Child's Play movies. Last thing I'm going to do is going to review this comic, Predator vs. Judge Dredd vs. Aliens. This is actually pretty awesome. I kind of scoffed at it when I saw it coming out first, and then I saw it going cheap, so I decided to pick it up. Essentially, a bunch of predators run afoul a evil scientist, and he takes their trophies off the ship and makes xenomorph mutations, and Judge Dredd ends up getting stuck in the middle. There's also a kind of apocalyptic priest by the name of Reverend Emoji in it, and yeah, it's shit. It's a crazy book. If you get a chance, it's well worth a look. The artwork is amazing. I think it's Chris Moonaghan that's the artist, but if you're a Judge Dredd fan or an Aliens fan, this is definitely a comic to check out. It's pretty cool. It's got some pretty cool concept design on the Predators. These probably the best kind of renditions of Predators I've seen in the comic book in quite a while, and it captures the spirit of the Judge Dredd kind of comics down to the T. That's the great thing about Judge Dredd. You can have sci-fi, you can have horror. The kind of the Judge Dredd universe is so out there and epic. You can have anything going on. So that's my reviews for the evening. I hope you guys have an awesome Halloween. I certainly did. I kind of decorated the place up to the nines. My mantelpiece has kind of gone a bit crazy, if you can see it there. But yeah, so you guys have an awesome Halloween, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye now.